From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is Thursday. It's the 25th of whatever the month is, 2016. I think it's August. But
it sure is.
Okay, it's 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
Woo! Kate Daniels is with us today, and oh boy, things happening at what's happening at the Chamber?
A lot of stuff's happening. We are in constant celebration and promotion of the many businesses that we are fortunate to help serve here in our community countywide. And so we've got a lot of great events coming up. We've got the Economic Outlook Hot Topic, which is going to be a fantastic event, and a legislative update breakfast that's coming up. So again, really fueling that conversation about what's going on, not only inside Wayne County, but also at the state level and national level as well. It's important that you have a voice.
I know we're not in session just yet, but it's still very difficult to get all these people together at one time. We're talking about 3 members of the House of Representatives and 2 state senators, plus our North Carolina budget director is going to be here, Mr.
That's
Heath.
right. Yes, right. Director Heath will be here, and this is a new twist on things. We always have great attendance. We're real thankful for our elected officials for working this into their incredibly busy schedule and orchestrating that. But to have the budget director come in and talk about the recently passed budget, okay, here's the budget and here's how it shook out, and then to be able to hear from your representatives that are representing you in Raleigh. And certainly there's many things that they did agree on, and there's some things that fell short and some things that didn't happen, and you'll hear it if you are able to join us later this month for that discussion.
You know, it's pretty amazing. Who put this together?
So the Chamber of Commerce did, with the help of their open calendars, and same with the Economic Outlook.
Wait a minute. You're too shy about this.
I will proudly say this: the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, incredibly talented and dedicated staff, pulled this together. How about that? How about that?
Daniels is the president of our Wayne County Chamber of Commerce.
And it is awesome to be able to be a part of events and bringing this to the forefront of discussion. So if you're a chamber member, we want you to be there and be involved. And if you're not a chamber member, we'd love to talk to you about it.
I want to mention the sponsors.
Yes,
Who are the
please
sponsors?
do. For the Economic Outlook Hot Topic, the Wayne County Development Alliance is the presenting sponsor. And we also have platinum sponsors, the County of Wayne, Daniels & Daniels Construction Company, and First Citizens Bank. And we were real fortunate to have silver sponsors of BB&T, Franklin Baking Company, Gonna Invest Wells Fargo Advisors, and the Housing Authority of the City of Goldsboro, Merrill Lynch, which is the Holmes Hill Neal Group, Piedmont Services Group, and Wells Fargo.
Wow.
And for the end of session legislative breakfast, it is brought to you, presenting sponsor, the Housing Authority of the City of Goldsboro, and Renew Life Extended is the silver sponsor for that event. And Tommy King of Crown Screening will be there handling the sound to make sure everybody is heard loud and clear.
There you go.
Yes.
We thank those people for making all these programs possible.
That's right.
And these are great programs. Hope you're able to attend, members and non-members as well. Well, the idea is to get them to become members, right?
That's right. That's right. You'll come to one of those events and go, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, let's do this. We're going to go to our series of interviews here. We'll start with our next interview. We'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we welcome the Director of the Wayne County Tax Department to the studio, Alan Lumpkin. How you doing?
Doing great, Wayne. Hope you are.
Doing fine. Appreciate you coming in. You've been the Director of the Wayne County Tax Department, what, since 14?
I took over when David Ward retired in August of 14, yes, sir.
August of 2014. Well, okay. Well, happy anniversary to you there.
Thank you, sir.
Wayne County Tax Department, you have how many people working in there with you?
We have 17 people, and that entails the listing department, collections, mapping. So we have several different areas in our department.
Speaking of collections now, the collections of Wayne County Tax Department have improved greatly since, I would have to think they have improved greatly since the state has started collecting county taxes when people buy their license tag.
That is true, Wayne. That's true. Historically, when you got your tag, 3 months later we would send you a bill for that tag.
Right.
So it was in arrears basically at that point. And a lot of people did not pay until the next time they got ready to renew when their tag was blocked. Now you pay those taxes up front before you get your tag, and you pay at the DMV office, one-stop shop. You don't have to come see us at all, really, unless you have a problem with your value or something like that. If you just want to pay your tax, you can get your tag renewed, and it's all done at one time.
All done at one time.
It's done ahead of time before you get your tag.
And it's a whole lot easier because you're going to pay the tax anyway.
Yes, correct.
You can't get your tag until the tax is paid.
That's exactly right.
And you can't pay your tax or get your tag until your vehicle's inspected.
Inspected, exactly.
So it's all kind of one stop, and once you get it inspected, it's almost immediate that it's generated in Raleigh, that you've had it inspected, and you can immediately go to the license tag place and get your tag and pay your taxes, and you're done.
That is correct.
So that makes collections a lot easier on vehicle taxes.
It does, Wayne. It's a whole lot easier. It certainly is.
Well, what are some of the issues with with property taxes that you run into from time to time?
For the most part, our taxes become delinquent January 6th of each year. For the most part, we have about a 95–96% collection rate by that time. Our goal is to get as much as we can by June 30th, the end of the fiscal year. Right. Usually by June 30th, we have between 97.5–98% collected. So we do a great job. Our people in our office do a great job collecting taxes, and our taxpayers, they work with us a lot. And some people, I understand it's hard to come up with a big chunk of money at the end of the year. So we work with some of our people. They actually make payments during the year. You can make payments, $50 a month, whatever you'd like to pay, January, February, March, April. So by the end of the year, when the taxes are due, you don't have as much to pay.
Well, that's a great idea.
We have a lot of our seniors that do that because they're on fixed incomes, and they know what their budget is, and so they can afford maybe $25, $50 a month, so that at the end of the year they have their taxes paid.
Man, that's a great idea.
It
so
works
how do you
very
set that up? Do you just do it?
No, what we do, you pretty much know what your taxes are going to be year to year. They don't change a whole lot from year to year. So in January, you take that, divide it by 12, and you can just send the money into us each month, and we collect it and put it on your account. When we send the bills out in August, it will reflect the original amount that you owed, what you've paid, and what you have left to pay.
Well, what a great idea.
It works very well.
That's fantastic. So they contact your office?
Certainly, yes, sir.
And they tell you what they're going to do, and you say, okay, do it.
That's right, yes, sir.
How do they what's your number there?
919-731-1461.
Sure it is.
Had to think about it.
Sure, Alan.
Well, we have two numbers. We have a collection number and a listing number. That's the listing number.
Oh, okay.
The collection number is 919-731-1478.
Okay, 1478 and
1461.
1461.
Yes, sir.
Or call the county manager's office and they'll pass along the number to you, right?
Certainly.
Or actually, they could go on our website. Your number's on there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go to waynegov.com, and under government is a listing of all the departments and agencies, and you'll find that under tax department.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sure can.
But now, none of that is why you came to us today. Why are you here?
Part of it, you alluded to some of it, what
Did
I
I?
would talk about. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I'm an elusive guy.
It is August, and it is that time of year for us to send our tax greetings out to the public.
Okay.
So I just want to let everybody know our tax bills are being mailed. You'll probably receive them in the next week or two. By law, by North Carolina statute, they are due September 1st. However, you have until January 5th of 2017 to pay those timely without interest.
Without interest.
Yes,
that's
sir.
a very generous grace period.
That's a very big grace period.
So
yes,
from
sir.
September 1, they're due September 1,
Yes,
so
sir.
between September 1 and January 6th.
You have to pay those without interest or any kind of penalty. Yes, sir.
Without penalty.
Yes, sir.
That's a long time.
Well,
September, October, November, that's 4 months.
And we also have people, again, like I mentioned the payment plans earlier, we have people that when you get their bill, you can also divvy it up by 4 months and have it paid out by December also. If you want to make partial payments, we do accept partial payments. If you want to start paying now and have it paid off by December.
731-1461.
Or 1478.
Or 1478. That's great that you can actually divide it up like that. I didn't realize you could do that.
We can do that. We can, yes, sir. A couple of changes this year I want to mention. We did have a slight decrease in the tax rate. The county rate went down just a little bit, so that did change a little bit. We had a couple of increases.
Wait a minute. Our tax rate went down?
It did. It did.
Oh, my.
And that is set by the commissioners each June. They set the rate and actually went down a little bit.
It actually went down. So,
yes,
so the homeowner will or the property owner will actually end up paying a little less than they did last year.
They will, yes, sir. They
Go figure.
Now, in the same token, we did have a couple of increases. The Pikeville rate went up a little bit.
Oh.
And we had one fire district, I think it was Sawston, went up. Everything else pretty much stayed the same.
Okay. Okay.
So we had just a little bit of fluctuation there on that. Some other new things we had this year. This was the year of new things. We have a new tax system in place. We went live back in December, and we're going through some growing pains with that, but it's working very well.
You mean software?
Yes, sir.
Oh, a new software.
Yes, and that's always an adventure.
Whoopee.
Yeah, always an adventure.
No.
So on top of that, we also had we bill for all the municipalities in Wayne County except for Walnut Creek historically. We actually picked up Walnut Creek this year. They asked us to do their billing for them. So we have all the municipalities now, so we bill for the county, all fire districts, and all the municipalities. So people in Walnut Creek, when you get your bill this year, you'll get one bill from the county. It will have your county tax and your Walnut Creek tax on it. You will not get a separate bill like you've been doing in the past.
So I didn't realize that. So our tax department here bills for all the municipalities as well as the county.
And all the fire districts, yes, sir.
And the fire districts.
We do.
How about that?
Another new thing, we have several
more new stuff. This is good.
A couple of years ago, there's a couple of areas out in the Buck Swamp area, a couple of subdivisions. We actually added street lighting assessments.
Okay.
Historically, for the last 2 years, the finance department has billed those outside of the system. They just sent direct bills to the property owners. This year, with our new system, it allowed us to add those to the property tax bill.
Okay.
So this year, they will see that on their property tax bill, and that's the Fallingbrook subdivision, Ashby Hills, and Buckrun, 3 subdivisions.
Okay.
And so that is for their street lighting out there, and we do collect that, and it forwarded on. It just passes through the county, goes to Duke Progress Energy to pay for the street lighting out there.
We're becoming much more efficient.
Oh, yes, sir.
It sounds like.
Yes, sir, it is. It's more. I think it's more streamlined. It really
Well,
is.
the new software and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is.
All right. I want to talk about revaluation.
Okay.
All right. Now, the last time that the county adjusted property taxes or property values was what, 2011?
2011, yes, sir.
2011. And how often do we do this?
Once every 8 years. So the next one's due 2019.
Okay. And in most years, most revaluations, property taxes will go up most of the time.
Historically, yes.
On average.
Yeah. Historically, what we've done, yes, it is.
Okay.
Right.
And the point I was going to make is that that means that with it going up in 2019, that means those who pay their property taxes in 2018 are paying the same rate that they paid back in 2011.
On the same value, yes, sir.
On the same value.
Same value, yes, sir.
So regardless of whether your property has gone down or gone up, most property does increase in value over time. Over an 8-year period.
Well, it depends, Wayne. It
Does
depends.
it really?
Historically, up until 2008 or 9, when the bottom fell out,
Yeah.
it had done that.
Okay.
But since then, we have certain properties that have actually decreased in value since
Is that
2011.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We
Well,
do.
what happens in a case like that if your property goes?
The same thing happens if it increases. We can do nothing as far as from a tax standpoint. Once we establish your tax value as of 2011, that's the market value at that time. Our tax value stays constant throughout the 8-year period. The market fluctuates up and down like a roller coaster.
Yes.
We cannot react to that roller coaster, whether it goes up or down. We cannot increase your rate. We cannot decrease your rate if it's strictly for economic purposes.
Right.
We can't do that.
Can't do
We
that.
do all that at one time at the reval time. Everybody gets adjusted at the same time.
All right, now who made that rule?
The North Carolina state law. It's been like that for a long time. It's been a statute for a long time. Now, some states actually do it more frequently. They do some are annually, some are every 2 years, something like that.
That's a lot of work there.
It is.
That's
It
a
is.
lot.
And you have to have a whole staff to do that if you
Yeah.
keep up with it like that.
Just
But,
dedicated to that.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. But in reality, right now, we do a state sales ratio study every year for the state. And what it does, it compares selling prices of property to our tax values. And we get a percentage. And right now, we're hovering at about 100%. So we're sort of stable. And it's been like that since 2011. So that tells you there's not been a lot of growth or a lot of decrease. It's sort of just hovering right around there.
Right in there.
Certain properties have gone up some. Certain properties have gone down some. So on average, we're still hovering around 100%.
So that's actually good. That's actually good because you can't get into the nitty gritty of this. You can't get into the minutia of it because then as you mentioned, you'd have to have a staff to do only that.
And what we do is called mass appraisal. We're not as fortunate as a bank appraiser that goes out and spends 2 or 3 days on one property and gets its comparables and stuff like that. We have to do a mass appraisal. We do it by property, by subdivision, and by areas. And so when we do that, we have to. It's more of a mass type. We have like 65,000 parcels we have to do each time.
So you can't go out and spend 2 days at each one.
No, we don't. We don't have the luxury of doing that.
So okay, all right, I can understand that. So it's complicated, but it sounds like that this is the best we can do. This is the best process we have.
And we have each year now, when especially with the economy like it is, so volatile. We do have calls each year about, we have a tax base, say, of $150,000 on a property, and they paid $140 for it. And they said, "Why, you're overtaxing me." No, we're not. Your value was $150,000 at 2011. Now you did pay $140 for it, so that's your current value. We cannot adjust your tax base to meet that $140 just because that's what you paid for. Or that's what the economy dictated. We're stuck with that until 2019. At that time, whatever the market says then, that's what your tax value will be.
So that sounds to me like they got a bargain.
Well, they did, and plus it's an economic thing. The same token, if they paid $160 for it, I cannot raise them to $160.
It's still $150.
Exactly.
It's still this is all an example. So in reval, when we reval in 2019, people will be notified as to what their new tax bill will be.
Yes, sir.
And if they have a problem with that, what do?
They actually we send out mailers. Actually, it's a notification of their property value assessment change. On the bottom of that is an appeal form. You can appeal your values if you feel like if you have extenuating circumstances. Obviously, we can't go in all the properties. We can't go inside the properties. If you have stuff inside, like if you've had damage that's not been repaired, you've had termite damage, leaking, anything like that, that will be a detriment to the property value that we don't know about. That's the time you need to come and tell us about it.
Okay.
And so we can know that, and then we will actually go back out and revisit the property.
And go into the property.
We sure will.
Okay.
We sure will.
And that happens. You do that a lot.
Oh, yes, sir.
You do that. You do have people who say, no, this is not right.
We do.
Or there was change made to the property. Perhaps a part of the property was demolished.
Correct.
The house was cut in half, or whatever.
Something could happen. Or you had a detached garage that maybe you tore down, or you added a detached garage. Right. One or the other.
Any change affects your tax rate.
Yes, sir. Now that's one thing. I'm glad you said that. Now during the revaluation cycle, we can adjust property values for stuff like that are physical. In other words, if you build a garage or put a pool in, we pick that up and assess you for that. If you tear something down, we take it off during that interim time.
Okay.
It's only the economic part we can't recognize.
You can make an adjustment during, but
for physical
change,
right? But not economic change.
Not going to economic change. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wow. All right. So. So what do we have now? I guess we have 2 years before we reval again.
Yes, sir. And it seems like a long time, but really we'll be cranking up probably next spring to start this process. It's about a 1.5 to 2 year process for us to do this countywide.
Okay. 919.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Yeah. Here we go. 731-1461 or 1478.
Yes, sir.
All right. Alan Lumpkin, I thank you very much for coming in and giving us all this great information. This is good stuff.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks a lot, Alan.
Enjoyed it.
We'll do it again.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. A quick reminder, this program airs Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., repeats at noon, then repeats at 5:30 p.m. on Time Warner Cable Channel 10 and on AT&T U-verse Cable Channel 99. And if you happen to be talking to a neighbor, talking to a friend, and they want to know where you get all this great information about what's going on around the community and around Wayne County and the city of Goldsboro, you say, I heard it on Cable Channel 10 or Cable Channel 99 with Wayne Goldsboro Television with Kate Daniels and Pat Garner. I mean, with and Wayne Alley. All right. We got a chicken chase coming up. This is all part of BEAK Week. It's put on by a whole bunch of nice people, including the Arts Council of Wayne County and the Parks and Recreation Department of Goldsboro. You can get information and link up to become a part of this chicken chase, which is actually a run, walk, and bike on September 7th. That's coming up very soon, September 7th. And for the first 75 who register, you get a free T-shirt. But you will you'll run, walk, and bike through historic Herman Park beginning at 6 p.m. on September 7th. And you can go to Goldsboro Parks and Rec. You spell out and rec, ANDREC.com, GoldsboroParksandRec.com to get information about the chicken chase on September 7th. What is special about today?
You are, Wayne.
Oh,
but
no,
what
no,
else?
no, it's
what
not
else
that.
on the national
Oh,
front?
what else is special? But today's the 25th, and today is National Park Service Day. So the next time you park, do it carefully, whether it's angle or, what do you call it, parallel. There you go. Park carefully. It's Park Service Day. Get service, too, by the way. National Park Service Day, and it's also National Secondhand Wardrobe Day.
Secondhand what?
Wardrobe.
Okay. Oh.
Clothes.
Yeah.
Secondhand Clothes Day. It's also other days, too. So we'll
Other
skip over
days,
all
too.
that. Uh-huh.
I can't wait to see what that is at the break that you skipped over.
No, nothing important. 'Twas nothing important.
Twas nothing.
'Twas nothing. Here's our trivia question for today. If we're ready for this, are we ready for this?
We are.
All right. Here's our trivia question for today, and I'm glad I asked. Today's trivia question is, it's a historical question.
Okay.
It's a historical question, and the question is related to our U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
Okay, of the 13 original colonies, it's in the late 1700s, 1780s. In the 1780s, which state, which colony, actually it was a state by then, which colony actually became the first state to ratify our U.S. Constitution? Now you have a 1 in 13 chance of nailing this.
Good question.
1 out of 13. Which one was the first? I'll tell you this, Rhode Island was the last. North Carolina was the 12th, next to last, the penultimate. And that leaves only 11, so you have 1 out of 11 chance now. Which state was the first to ratify the U.S. Constitution in the late 1780s? All right, we'll have the answer to that trivia question coming up in the next segment of our program, which will be along in just a few minutes.
That's
All
right.
So let's go to our next segment now on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Our guest is Adam Knight from the City of Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Department. Hey,
Good to see you, Wayne.
how you doing, man?
Doing well.
I'll tell you what, Parks and Recreation, you guys always have so much going on. That's one reason you haven't been with us, because you're always so busy.
That's correct.
You
Very
gotta stop
busy.
that. You gotta
Very
stop
busy,
that.
Wayne.
Yeah.
A lot going on this summer.
Yeah. In fact, the day that this was recorded, you had the Special Olympics golf tournament going on.
That's correct. We have a golf tournament out of the Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course, also the new event center that's going on today. Shotgun start at 1 p.m.
Yeah. Sign up at 11 o'clock, by the way. Yeah, all right. So I keep up with that sort of thing. But look, we want to talk about other stuff coming up.
That's correct.
Like BEAK Week.
BEAK Week.
What is BEAK Week?
BEAK Week is Goldsboro's Poultry Festival. We're in our 3rd year. It's basically a week-long event starting Monday, September 5th.
Okay.
We have a scavenger hunt
Okay.
that is through the Arts Council.
Yeah.
There's going to be different chickens at local businesses downtown. You can get your scavenger hunt form at the Arts Council.
Now, are these American chickens?
I think so, Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
think so.
that's what we can only have American chickens in this event here.
We've got another event Wednesday. It's called the Chicken Chase.
That sounds good.
It's a fun run, bike, walk.
Right.
That's being sponsored by the new UNC Wayne Memorial Healthcare.
Great. So we're not actually going to be chasing chickens here.
No, well, the reason we're calling it the Chicken Chase is, again, we've got the poultry theme that we're going with all week long, and we're going to take Seymour, who's our
from the police department,
a resident chicken.
Oh, another Seymour.
Another Seymour.
Oh,
this
okay.
is Seymour the chicken.
Seymour chicken.
Yep, Seymour
like
chicken.
that. I like
Exactly.
that.
He's going to be. We're going to put him in a mobile nest in the back of one of our pickup trucks, and we're going to have everybody kind of chase the chicken throughout the neighborhood over near historic Herman Park.
Ooh, I like that.
We've you can register online for free. We've got links on our Facebook page. Also, beakweek.org. The first 75 people to register and participate in the event will get a free T-shirt.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a fun event. It's again just partnering with Wayne Memorial to get the word out there about just being fit and getting active, and so it's just going to be just a fun run, bike, and walk. So definitely sign up for that and come out Wednesday night at 6 p.m.
We're actually going to see chickens.
Seymour will be there.
Seymour chicken.
It's not really going to be like a scene out of a Rocky film where you're chasing a chicken around or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
So it's kind of
I was hoping we could have
a metaphorical chicken chase.
Oh, I see. Metaphorically speaking.
Yes.
Got it.
So that's Wednesday night, and then that Thursday night we have the foul play softball game.
That's good.
That's at the Boys and Girls Club. That's basically a lawyers and doctors softball game. They're going to compete against each other, and that's 6:30 to 9 p.m. The week of BEAK Week.
Doctors and lawyers. That's good.
At the Boys and Girls Club. So.
Okay.
And then Friday night is kind of when our festival starts to kick off a bit more. We've got the Wing Fling. Basically what that is we're going to have our KCBS cook-off teams, which I'll tell you about in a second. They're going to cook all our wings, and we're going to sell them off. People basically, they'll buy, I think it's maybe $10 or something like that. You get a certain amount of wings, and then you taste the wings from the different teams, and you can vote on which the best wings are.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, whoever wins, the cook team gets a prize. That is from 6 to 8 that Friday, September 9th. We're having a band out there.
Great.
It's going to be at Cornerstone Commons downtown. The Taz Band will be playing. There's also going to be a cornhole tournament that night. So that Friday, we've got the Wing Fling with a cornhole tournament, live music, and it's just going to be a lot of fun that Friday night at Cornerstone Commons downtown.
That's great. Cornerstone Commons is at the corner of Chestnut and South Center Street.
That's correct.
Diagonally across from the Paramount Theater.
Yes, sir.
Near the police fire complex. Wow.
So that's Friday night.
That's Friday?
Yes.
Oh, there's more?
Yes, and then Saturday is our really big street festival.
Ooh.
And that's going to basically be the 100 and 200 blocks of South Center Street.
Wow.
And we've got, I'll start the list here. It starts at 10 a.m., 6 p.m. It's a free event. You can come out and enjoy yourselves. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have the KCBS Cook-Off, which is the Kansas City Barbecue Society.
Right.
They're going to be cooking all day. So that's an event you can kind of watch. Unfortunately, there won't be barbecue for the public, but we do have those food trucks there for you so you can get some tasty eats.
Okay.
We've got 2 stages this year. We're going to use the Cornerstone Common stage, as well as another stage that's coming in that's going to be, what street is that? Chestnut, just at Chestnut and Center, I believe.
Chestnut and Center?
Beside Well Traveled.
Yes, that's Chestnut and Center.
Chestnut and Center, right there. So we're going to have basically
a big field there, across the street.
Yeah, the field is where the KCBS Cook-Off is going to be.
Okay.
We're going to put the stage right in the middle of the street.
Oh,
yes.
Are you really?
So you're going to have a stage at Cornerstone Commons, and then another stage over here, and we're going to have the music bouncing back and forth, starting at 10 o'clock. With the we have the Brad Heller and the Few Sticks.
Right.
Samantha Casey Band. That's a bluegrass band.
I know them very well. Yes.
Eric Xavier Jazz Band.
Excellent.
And then our headliner is Blake Kearney Band.
Really? How about that?
So we have 4 bands for you on Saturday. And again, you can come out and enjoy all this for free. If you want to buy something from a vendor or, some food truck, of course, bring a little something in your pocket there.
Man, but it all starts on September 5th.
That's correct. So it
goes the entire week.
That's why we call it BEAK Week. It's basically a week full of events leading up to this street festival in downtown Goldsboro.
All right, BEAK Week. It is our poultry festival here in Wayne County, and I understand that the BEAK Week is a play on the Bike Week term. Is that right?
Not necessarily.
Doesn't really matter.
I think we can go with that if you want to.
Why not?
Wayne,
Yeah.
I think they were just trying to come up with something that was catchy and went along with our local poultry industry. So
sounds good anyway. Beak Week.
Yes.
All right. Now, if anybody has any questions, are you still taking vendors?
I believe we
Or is that
have
cut off?
shut the vendors off.
Okay.
You know, if there's somebody who really wants to get in there, maybe we can squeeze you in. But you would contact the Arts Council to be a vendor.
That's 919-736-3300.
Sounds right to me.
That's close. Close.
Close.
Yeah. So, okay.
I forgot to mention one thing.
There's more?
Yeah, there's more.
There's more.
I forgot to mention the Heroes Cup that's going to be on Saturday as well.
Okay.
Now, what that is that's a cornhole tournament.
Okay.
And I believe it's starting, I think 11 to 5 is when they're going to do that. And basically what that is, that's through the American Cornhole Association.
Right.
And the reason it's called a Heroes Cup is because it's to honor either armed services, police, fire. If you have somebody that's either active or retired or former, you can take that person with whomever and you can enter the tournament, and there's a cash prize at the end, and that's the Heroes Cup.
Excellent. All right. Anyone with any questions, you can call the Arts Council of Wayne County. That's 736-3300. And our guest is Adam Knight, who is with Goldsboro Parks and Rec, which is goldsboroparksandrec.com.
And if you want to know more about Beak Week, visit beakweek.org.
Beakweek.org. Exactly. Adam, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks a lot, Wayne.
Appreciate it. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. Today is Thursday, right?
Yes, it is.
I was guessing. Oh, have you heard about Herman Park Center?
Tell me more.
Well, they're going to tear it down
They are, but for what purpose?
to build it up. Yeah, they're going to build a brand new Herman Park Center. And you know, we were talking the other day that some facilities that need work, and the Herman Park Center is an older facility. It's
Right.
in need of a lot of repair. Sometimes it's just less expensive to tear down the old facility and build a new one.
That's right. That will benefit the whole community and better be able to utilize the great services that the city does through all these programs and events. So it's very exciting.
It is exciting.
But what are they asking for people to do, the viewers at home?
Well, and this is wonderful. I think it's wonderful. What the Recreation Advisory Committee of the Parks and Recreation Department and the Parks and Recreation Department will be doing is asking for your opinion. They want your ideas. They'll be holding a public input session regarding the design of the new Herman Park Center. Now, the meeting will be held on Monday, August 29th. That's this coming Monday, day after day after day after day after tomorrow, at 4 p.m. at Herman Park Center before they tear it down. And this is a drop-in meeting for public input and light refreshments. You just go when you can between 4 and 6 p.m. for public input and light refreshments. Those unable to attend can submit a suggestion to the Parks and Recreation Director, Scott Barnard, at goldsboronc.gov. That's S. Barnard, B-A-R-N-A-R-D, at goldsboronc.gov. Or go to their website, goldsboroparksandrec.com.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
And so there's several options for you to be able to give feedback, and I urge you to absolutely give feedback. You know, this community does a great job of wanting the public's input, be it what the next art sculpture is going to be downtown, what's going to happen with Herman Park, voting for the upcoming election, all this stuff. Your input is so needed. It makes a difference. So take advantage of it. Not every community does this. Sometimes communities just go, you know what, this is what we want to see happen and we're going to do it. This community wants to hear from you.
That's exactly right. Okay, here's the answer to today's trivia question. Which was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution back in the 1780s? Well, we know it wasn't Rhode Island because they were the last, and we know it wasn't North Carolina because they were next to last. The first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution was Delaware. And a lot of people knew that. Some people knew that.
That's a good question.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, that's one I didn't make up.
But tomorrow.
Yeah, wait till
you may
tomorrow.
make
Boy,
it up.
I've got a zinger for you. You know what I mean? Okay, So speaking of tomorrow, we'll do this again tomorrow if it's okay with you. Tomorrow being Friday, of course, the day before the weekend. We'll do this again tomorrow. So until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.